Hi, I'm Douglas C. Welch, and this is A Gardener's Notebook. Now, I feel like I should maybe call the blog the Make Do Garden Notebook, but that's exactly what we're doing again today. We did the Make Do fountain a couple days ago, and today we're making do again. As I've explained in past videos and on the blog, we have mature trees all over our yard. We have very little areas of full sun, but the family wants to grow vegetables. So we're going to make do by putting out some pots, some large pots, and growing our vegetables in those in the kind of one sunny area we have in the garden. So, as you can see, this is one of the sunniest parts of the garden. You might not be able to tell, but it's actually the small bed lining our driveway. I think if I could, I'd actually put the pots out in the driveway, but we actually do use the driveway, so that's not exactly an allowable choice. As you can see here, though, we have a little side bed here. We are going to use the pots because basically we need a little better soil. The soil in these beds, I think, is a little spent. Probably needs to be turned down entirely, which we may do at a future time, but right now we just want to get some veg growing. The first thing I did was put down some unused flagstaff. You may have seen me use that in the Make Do Fountain project a few days ago. That's just to give this some stability. These are going to get kind of heavy, and we want to make sure they kind of look nice and level and don't look kind of haphazard. These pots were the product. We got 6 of these from a neighborhood yard sale just 2 doors down, and that's what spurred this idea finally into fruition. Unfortunately, I'm all out of my homemade potting soil. I had to go to the home store and actually buy some soil for the pots, but we'll make another batch of the potting soil as soon as my compost gets enough ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to merely take the pot, we're going to put it up here, we're going to fill this with soil. We've got some seedlings in the back that we're going to plant in these, and we also have some seeds that we're going to plant in some of the other pots. So should give us, we have some kale to go in here. Hopefully it's not going to get too hot for us. We have some lettuces and other things to go in here, maybe even another tomato plant. So here we have one of our pots in position, and our soil. Now, something that just struck me, of course, is, well, how much soil do you need for a project like this? Well, in this regard, these pots were real easy. They're stamped in the bottom. It says 40 quart capacity. You would need to convert to liters because that's actually what it lists on the bag, but I'll leave the metric conversions to you. It also says 2 cubic feet. Online, there's actually calculators which will calculate the volume of a cone, which is basically what this is with the top cut off, and it'll calculate the volume of the cone given the radius of the top, the radius of the bottom, and the height of the pot. So you can also use that to calculate cubic feet, if you will, so you know how much soil you're going to need to actually fill these pots. Have our 3 pots all filled up. Here are some of our rather gangly looking seedlings, but we'll make do. They're not getting enough sun, but hopefully they'll survive. We'll put them out here and they'll spring up a little bit. So plant them like you would any seedling. Just because they're going in containers doesn't mean anything special. So I think we're going to put maybe 3 things in here. So I'm going to start over here. Just open a little hole, tap these out. Actually, the roots are actually pretty good. They actually go pretty deeply in there. Remember, with vegetables, you want to plant them, except in the cases of tomatoes, you want to plant them at the same depth they were in their original container. You don't want to bury them down in, because that'll can lead to root rot and fungus and all that stuff. So, oh, you do look a little sad there, but oh well. Next time we'll know better. We'll get them in the ground sooner. One more over here. Let's see here. Here. I think these are kale seedlings. Okay. Whoa, that one fell apart. My homemade potting soil doesn't hold together quite as well as some of your commercial potting soil, so it's a little more difficult getting the plants into the ground. But I don't think it disturbed too many roots from what I saw there. Did I just say roots? Yes, I'm from Ohio. I did say roots. So out here in LA we say roots and roof, not roof. But you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy, I guess, even after 26 years. And finally, one last one. I think we're just going to make this all kale. And again, plop, up a little deeper, a little deeper. There we go, perfect. Okay, and we'll get that in there, and then we'll get the watering can or the hose, and we'll get these soaked in, seated nicely. Hopefully now that they've got more sun, they'll spring up a little bit. That said, we also plan on planting seedlings, actual seeds in some of these to let them start off in the sunshine right away. Give us a little better start on things. Again, if you're having trouble and you don't have a lot of sun in your garden, this could be one way to actually grow some veg. You just got to get it out in the one part that gets the sun during the majority of the day. There's actually applications online. I have one on my iPhone that for your location will actually show you exactly where the sun's path travels during any given day. I used it for the solar eclipse and for the transit of Venus to figure out where the sun was going to be then, but just as effective for your garden. For more information on gardening, visit a gardener's notebook. You can find it at douglasewelch.com.
To your house.